Hey everybody, it's Art Talk Tuesday. Welcome, it's Jackie G and I'm with Gwartzman's Art Supplies here in Toronto. I know it's been a while, hasn't it, since I've been chatting with you and I missed it. But we decided to take a bit of a break and catch up on some things and let things settle, figure out what we're doing for the next few months and wait for a lot of new product to arrive. So, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about us. We've been in the art material industry for over 50 years. We are located in downtown Toronto, and as I always say, we're between two of the best neighborhoods, Chinatown and Kensington Market. So if you're ever visiting Toronto, come on in and say hi. And if you want us to ship, we'll ship to you too, wherever you are across North America. We love chatting with you through social media, and you can give us a call. You'll hear our phone ring every so often. Facebook, Instagram, any way you like. We also have a YouTube channel in case you want to see what's happening. So check in with us constantly. There's always something going on. And because it's been a while, believe it or not, I don't have notes today, so I'll be probably going back and forth a little bit, but I don't want to forget to say hi, because I always forget to say hi. And I do appreciate when you do tune in to see what's happening. I love telling you about what's going on, not only with us, because there is always something going on here, but also what's happening in the art industry. There's always something that's going on. You know, it could be something that's been discontinued, colors, pigments. There's been changes with that. I'm sure you've been hearing about it, but always something to tell you. So I was trying to think, you know, it's been a few weeks since I've been on, and, you know, there's so much going on over the next little while, not only here in Toronto, but we've got Father's Day this weekend, which I'll be talking about, and it's Plein Air Month here at Gwartzman's. There's Pride this month, there's summertime, the weather is beautiful. I mean, it's countless and boundless of what we can discuss today. If you have any questions while I'm chatting, please type them in, and Hannah will do her best to answer them. If we can't answer it while I'm chatting, you know, drop us a line and we'll do our best to talk about it afterward and get back to you. So again, my name is Jackie G. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're back on track and ready to talk to you about all things that is happening here at Gwartzman's. Before I forget, for all of those of you looking for a deal to keep you going through the summer, there are a lot of summer shows happening this year, and I know you need supplies. We've got a great sale on now, whether you come into the store or online. You should check it out. Our discounts range anywhere from 15 to 25% off. We do have the what is excluded. There are some exclusions, but everything is listed on our website, gwartzmans.com. You can also chat with our staff and they can explain it all to you, but certainly check it out. The deals are there. Aside from the fact that I do know that we have some of the best prices, I'll say in Canada. I can't speak for United States, but for Canada, I believe we have some of the best prices in all art materials. Definitely check it out. So, Father's Day is this weekend, and I didn't have a lot of time to think about. We do have a great buyer's guide online just to give you some ideas. And I know it's always harder to buy for your dad or your partner, someone special in your life. Believe me, when we were trying to buy gifts for my dad, it was awful because you couldn't buy him a t-shirt, you couldn't buy him a tie. It was anything but. So I know how hard it can be. But we are here also to give you suggestions. It is endless on what you can buy for someone who has an interest in art or wants to get started, or you're adding something to it. So I put out a selection of materials just to give you an idea of things that sort of came to mind that I just wanted to show you, give you a bit of a teaser on some other items, and maybe it's something that you might see that you like for yourself or for somebody else in your life too. This is not limited to any of the male figures that are important in our lives. So, as always, I like to start from this side, which would be, I guess, the left side of our display cabinet. And also, if you're ever in the store, we have this amazing, beautiful cabinet, which we believe is from the old Eaton stores, any of you that know Eaton's, and it's absolutely fantastic. So we put out a lot of our specialty brushes and pens and things. So if you're ever looking for something extra special, you should check out this display case. I'm really quite proud of it, and it really is a beautiful piece of work, aside from the fact that we've got Philip here, who always makes it look absolutely outstanding. And also, check out our Pride window. Emmy did an amazing job. It looks fantastic. So if you're walking by, check it out. Come in and tell Emmy how great it looks, because she does really, really amazing work on our windows. There's something new every month. So getting back to what I think you need to think about, if you haven't done it yet, it is Tuesday. Here are some great ideas for Father's Day. Or anybody you want to give a gift to. So we got in these great books, and they're all considered the 5-minute. So 5-minute landscape, 5-minute watercolor, 5-minute people sketching. So these are quick, they're easy to follow, they're not expensive. So what I did was I wanted to show you how great these books are, because if you look on Instagram too, there's a lot of people showing how you can do something very quickly, you know, really easy line. It's not like doing a watercolor now where you have to sit and do something so detailed. You can do quick line drawings. Same thing with your 5-minute people, something easy. So landscapes, you know, to pair with the landscape, I actually think this is a great one. This is the View Catcher, which has been around for a really long time, sort of based on an old way of looking at something from the distance to bring it forward. These are very affordable, make a great gift. We are promoting them all the time. So the View Catcher is something to think about. Okay, there's some of us that don't like to stay clean, or we want to keep clean. This is a great set from the General Pencil. This is their Masters cleaner line. I always talk about the Kiss Off, which I think is one of the best cleaners there are. Their soap, which smells amazing, and the brush cleaner, which is by far one of the best on the market and has been for probably over 30 years. So I would certainly check it out. I'm just going to move this out of the way. I'm going to stick to talking about these just to go through everything that I have related to it. So with the watercolor book, how can you go wrong? Not only with a watercolor book, you could get this fantastic ceramic stand which looks like a dragon. You could use them for any kind of brushes. These are under, I believe, $20, so it's not too expensive, but looks great whether it's on a table, a desk, or anywhere else you want to put it. These are collapsible imitation squirrel brushes by Tintoretto. We are very proud to stock their line of brushes. They make a beautiful selection, and we have so many of them, and I'll show you a couple more as we go along. This is their collapsible synthetic squirrel, and they go as small as that. You can buy them individually or in a set. I didn't pull out all the sets because that would just take up a whole counter, and I will do a whole talk only about Tintoretto and Da Vinci brushes, because we've got some excellent lines put out by both of them. To pair it with that, of course, the brushes, we carry the ZigZag from Hahnemühle, and anybody who's interested in Hahnemühle books or papers, they are vegan, which is becoming increasingly more important to our customers. So we always like to point out that the Hahnemühle line is vegan. We have so many different books where shipment arrived, and I should tell you, some of these things arrived while I was away, and not here, so I'm sort of catching up with everything to show you as well. So the ZigZag is kind of cool because it folds out, and the idea is that you tell a story. It's an extended story. I'm not sure they have a picture on the back, but it's really quite nice, and it is double-sided. So that's something else to consider. Then you've got the 5-minute people sketching. And of course, when you think about that, you think of pen and ink and drawing and something that's a little bit different. So what I wanted to show, I mean, there's different ways to pair it. So if you're doing a 5-minute drawing, then you could pair it with this amazing set from Sakura, which includes a variety of tips in grays and in black. So it really is a nice set. And of course, you have to have your pad. So I picked this gorgeous green from Leuchtturm. That we have a multitude of different pads now that you could use with this. I just thought the color was kind of a pop, and I thought it was really cool. Then, if they're kind of, let's talk about, oh, I think this is taped. So if we're talking slightly old school, these are similar to the original Tech pens, which a lot of people know from years ago. And if you're not familiar with them, this is a great writing or drawing tool. So originally, years ago, we didn't have these as an item. The disposable pen was not a thing. You would buy these pens that had nibs in them. You would fill it with ink, or now they come with a cartridge or something you can refill, and they're a metal tip. So the idea was that they would never really wear down unless you were using it on the wrong paper or something like that. So this is based on the original design. This one comes in 3 different tips. This is really kind of cool. If, as I say, if someone who's looking to do old school or wants to do some drawing using a metal tip pen, they're really, really nice. And of course, to go with, you know, something related to the drawing, I'm a huge fan of the 5.6 mil lead holders, and I did pull out a few just to show you. So we have that one, which is by Koh-I-Noor. This one is by Kaweco. This one is solid brass. We have a variety of them in the store. And of course, this one is actually a 3.2 mil. A little bit finer. Here, I'll just put my hand there so you can see it. But still great for sketching. I mean, these are just lovely, and these are not really expensive, depending what you want from these. And the leads are available, so it's not where you have to buy it and then don't think they do have replaceable leads available. And since I'm still talking about things to go with these great books that I put out, I did want to show this other great set from Tintoretto. And they make these gorgeous kits that have cherry wood box. It comes with the palette. Now, these days, you know, there's so many options for watercolor that you can get your own half pans. And I know a lot of you are trying so many different brands, and so many of the different brands that we are now stocking, which is absolutely fantastic. So they will fit in this case, and that way you can make your own custom set. That way you put it together with all the different brands, whether it be Winsor & Newton, Stone Ground, Schmincke, oh my goodness, I can't remember all of them, Roman Small, and so then I'll just show you, and that's where your brushes go. So it's a very small, collapsible, it's absolutely gorgeous set, and I did want to just show that to you. These are synthetic. We still stock some sable brushes because we still have a demand for it. I know some of you don't necessarily want a natural hair, and that's great. There are so many options now with what you may want to choose. So I'm going to move back to this side again just to show you, because these kits are really kind of cool. We just added to the line because so many of you loved the kits when we got them in. These are new, so these have 2 animals in them for carving. It is the double kit. So these are Soapstone, and they're made in British Columbia. These kits are from there. We're really quite excited. You know me, anytime I can promote a Canadian company or small business, I certainly love to do it. And these are also very new. This is alabaster. So if you have someone who's interested in just getting started in carving, never has done it, wants to try it, these kits are really, really great. Not too expensive, and certainly nice to check out. I'm pretty sure they're all on the website, but you can see them here in the store and on the website. In fact, anything that I mention, unless I tell you otherwise, should be on our website. Now, of course, we've got dads and friends and family members who love to paint. And so I did not pull every brand of paint. I didn't pull every selection. This is just to give you an idea of something if you need it easy and quick, and so that you don't have to think about it. So if they're an oil painter, this is a cool set from Gamblin. This is their, they call it reclaimed earth. So this is leftover pigment that they didn't want to put into the system. They've made it into 3 colors. These are very specific. You can't buy them otherwise, but showing that they're giving back to and helping the environment in what they do with their pigments. So it's kind of a cool set. Comes in with a wood panel. This is always very popular for us. Then you've got, you know, Daler Rowney has been making the FW inks forever. It's an acrylic-based ink. So if someone wants a really nice opaque ink, this is a really nice set. They are available individually, but I just wanted to show you something that's a little bit different. Of course, we have the Dr. Martin sets and all kinds of other ones, but I just thought I'd show you something that's a little bit different. For those of you that are fans of Studio Ghibli, yes, we represent the Nicker paints from Japan. If you've ever checked out Studio Ghibli, and of course you are familiar with the movies, well, they had to start somewhere with their paintings and drawings, and this is the paint that they used. So this happens to be one of the sets of jars that we stock, and they're all small jars. There are plenty of people that you can see on Instagram that are using this paint. We also stock them in tubes, and we have their gouache. So I would highly recommend you check this out. As I say, if someone is interested in doing using the opaque colors or looking at what Studio Ghibli did, I would certainly check out the Nicker paints, N-I-C-K-E-R. Golden, tried and true. Golden is well, started out as a family-run business. Now they've expanded worldwide and they're everywhere, but they've come up with these really cool sets. So this is a great beginner set. Highly recommend it just because it's nice and compact, and then you don't have to stress about what else you need. So I would recommend that you take a look at that one. And then again, getting into pastels, we have these lovely sets from PanPastel. There, I'm going to turn it around and just so you can see the name of it there. This, to me, I always explain it as drawing with makeup. They're as soft as anything. They come with tools in these smaller kits. You can see which are really cool, nice and compact. We have larger sets available so that if you want something flat or if you want individual colors. But PanPastel has really made a comeback, not only to use them in conjunction with whatever pastels that you're using or on a mixed media surface. Beautiful, beautiful product. And then, of course, we've got all these amazing palettes that I've put out just to show you. And, of course, the mini palette, it doesn't have the two clips, but this folds up small. It's going to be the size of, fits in my hand, just like that. This is wood, great for someone who's doing plein air. If you're an urban sketcher and you want something quite small, you can squeeze your paint from your tubes into the little cakes. What I do recommend is you put a little bit of glue to keep the cake in place, but once you open it up, you've got this gorgeous little set that's going to be as big as that, held by the magnets, so the two sides will stick together, and just lovely and small. I'm always a fan of, see how easy that is? Just like that. Of course, we have the range of foamy and whiskey painter palettes made in Italy. So if this one happens to be with the water underneath, and I'll show you this one just so you can see it, so that you would fill this container with water, and that way you've got something that's compact and easy to use, whether you put it like this or you attach the water like this. There we go. And it is small. Again, this fits in my hand. This is made out of metal. This is not aluminum, so it's not on the cheaper side because it is, but it's got some weight to it. You can remove the middle extension here so that you can either put in your own cakes or fill these cakes. You could fill it with the full pan, you could replace it with the quarter pan, and we actually have a brush from Tintoretto that would fit perfectly in there. It's a very, very small brush. It's very, very cool, very popular, but perfect for these kind of sets because they will fit in. So then we've got these, and I'm just always making a mess, so I'm just going to move that to the side. And I love postcards, so if you're looking to do some traveling this year, these are from Winsor & Newton. Now I've shown it upside down, but you can get the idea. So this is their watercolor postcards. We have a number of different brands that make them, so this just happens to be one of the ones that I grabbed. Hahnemühle also makes some really cool ones, so I would certainly check it out if you'd like to send something that's a little bit personal, even if you're sending someone a little bit, you know, a note. It doesn't have to be a postcard, just a small letter. You know, we love going to those old paper show and sales and seeing all the old postcards that we can buy. Here you can actually send one and don't have to worry about sending somebody else's story. Make your own. These are new from Da Vinci, in case you haven't seen them on our website. We've been doing a lot of thinking about, as we've had a call and a request for brushes like these. And the whole idea is for anyone that has an issue in holding a standard brush. Standard brushes have a certain design. They all make them very specific, whether it's one like these from Da Vinci, which you can feel has a little bit of indentation in a couple different spots. It could be the collapsible brushes. There could be any kind of brush. So we brought these in because we wanted to show you that someone who has difficulty holding it can actually hold onto the handle like that, whether they are grabbing it or holding it like this. It's not limited to adults. These are made also for children. If you know someone that just has difficulty holding on to a standard brush, we have these in all different sizes, so I would certainly check them out. And wow, there's so many more things I can tell you about. We got a new shipment from the New Wave, the u.go product. So as always, I like to tell you about things. So this particular one is the Easy Lift. Can be used for left or right-handed. You just switch around the hole so it's comfortable for you. So we have all the different products. And of course, if you're a plein air painter, there you go. There is their smallest box that they make. This is by far one of the most popular ones. And let's just see if I can show you this without making a mess. There you go. So you've got room to expand to do a small painting. When you want it to close, you're going to close it. And you've got this amazing small palette. If you have a tripod, it does have a hole on the bottom so that you could attach it to a tripod. We don't stock tripods because there are so many variations and price points, so we leave that to you to pick it up. But we do have all of the boxes. And just a hint, if you're looking to buy one, it's a great time because now they'd be on sale, and so then you don't have any reason not to get one. Daniel Smith makes some great sets. We happen to put these out. These are dot card sets. So if you know someone that just wants to get out and paint, just imagine if you give them the book that I showed on 5-minute watercolor, you give them this and a brush, maybe a little bit of paper to go with it. You know what? What a great idea just to get someone, introduced to watercolor. We have really inexpensive sets if you want to see something. Beautiful sets from Kuretake, which are amazing. I mean, I could just keep talking about all this great stuff that we have, but I don't have time. You'll have to come in. That's the whole idea, or check out our website, gwartzmans.com. We'll be doing more chatting about these. This is from, oh my gosh, I've gone blank on it, Paper Republic. They make these amazing covers. These are made out of a vegetable stained leather. Made in leather is Italian. They're made in Vienna, and they have all these amazing books that go with it. There are elastics that you fit in to put them together. And when we got them in, I was talking about these, which is the really strong book pen holder. And that you could attach to anything if you wanted to do something as a really cool gift to attach it. And they have a really unique line. I love them. They are on the more expensive side, but if you have checked them out on Instagram, you will see they have a very amazing following. There are people that love them. And the idea behind the book is you can expand it. It's not only for 2-3 books. I've seen 10-15 of these little books put into one of these leather covers, and they're absolutely gorgeous. So I'm quite excited to have these as part of our line. I didn't want to forget, again, going back to pastels, we have these absolutely beautiful sets from Sennelier in the oil pastel and the soft pastel. So if you're looking for a really gorgeous assortment, you've got this one, which is the soft pastels in plein air. Then we also have these unbelievable sets, which are the oil. And I'm sure you've heard me talk about Sennelier before. It's like lipstick. It's like drawing with lipstick. very similar to when I always talk about the R&F sticks, which is an oil paint that is just like drawing with lipstick. And I always say if you haven't tried it, you definitely should. Always something that you can try out, that's something that's different. And of course, if you've got someone that wants to do a kit or something with the family, we've got these great sets from Speedball, and they're really great craft kits. They come with everything you need to get started, so they're quite amazing. We've had this brand for years, so the kit is really quite nice because it gives you everything you need to get started. Wow, I've talked a lot. I hope I have dazzled you today. I hope I've given you something to think about. I did want to give you a teaser though, and I know I'm not really supposed to be talking about them just yet, but I figured, well, what the heck, it's been a little while since I've seen you, and so I might as well show you something that we are really, really excited about, because you did get a teaser probably about a week and a half ago. So I'm just going to reach behind me. And we know that a lot of you have been asking and looking and questioning, and we now have the A-Gallo watercolor sets. So this is something new for us. This paper that they do come wrapped in is all handmade. It's a very old company from Florence. And I'm going to actually open up this set and show it to you. So you can see it comes with a sticker on it. Oh, there we go. So this is one of our display sets, but this is just to give you an idea of how it looks. So that is one of the sets that we brought in. We started out with probably about 24 different ones, I think, 20 sets. Can't remember now, there's quite a few. And I'm going to actually open up the second set just to tease you with it. And I know someone's going to text Hannah and say, when are they going to be online? We're just making sure with A-Gallo that we put them out properly to promote them just the way you want to see them, and then they'll be available online and in the store. Once we see how we're doing, and if you have sets that you like, let us know, because we're still getting familiar with the line. I was so excited about ordering it, I was just tempted to bring in way too much to get started with, so we're going with some of the best ones that they recommended for us to see, and then we'll go from there about open stock and carrying actually even more. So I'm sorry that it's a teaser that they're actually not on the website yet. Probably won't be for a little bit until we get to chat more with Alina from A-Gallo. And I do hope that we'll be doing a live with her so that we can just really tell you more about the paint and the company and their philosophy behind making it. So I hope that you had a great time today. It's so great to be back seeing all of you. Again, I always like to say it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. My name is Jackie G, and I'm with Gwartzman's Art Supplies here in Toronto. Don't forget to like us if you like what you see. Check us out. Follow us on Instagram. See what we do. Our lives are always recorded so that you get to see them later on. We also have YouTube, so if you have some videos, there's lots of stuff happening. We always have great interviews. Man, I've interviewed a lot of great people, and I've got so many ideas on new people that I want to talk to. So it's going to be a great year with all kinds of things happening. We do have some demos, but we're just lining those up now, so I can't really tell you about them until we have the dates and times and all kinds of teasers finalized for you. Still new product coming in, because you know me, I just can't sit still. I got to have something new to show you all the time, or at least to talk about it. So until next Tuesday, join us again for Art Talk Tuesday. I look forward to seeing you then, and thank you very much. Have a great day, have a great week, and please keep on creating. Bye-bye for now. I'm waving.